Okay, Ramey, on this video I'm going to show you about the switch panel and the bottle heater. The switches are mounted here in the ashtray. None of these will work without the car either running or in the upward button accessory mode. So I'm going to go ahead and push that to get it in accessory mode. This would be the arming switch, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. You got the purge, and then this is the switch for the heater. So whenever you're going to use the heater, simply you're going to arm the switch. You're going to make sure both bottles are open. We're going to go around the back here and open up both bottles since the heaters are on. And we'll just turn these all the way to the stop. These newer style bottles do spin for quite a while, so make sure you spin it all the way till where it locks. We'll do both of these. The heaters themselves are built in to these billet brackets. So this portion right here is actually what will get hot. Be careful, once it does get fully heated, it will get hot enough to burn you, so be careful with that. The main thing on here is that each bottle is going to have a pressure gauge. Whenever you're ready to use the nitrous, you want the pressure somewhere between 900 and 950, which will be just barely at the beginning of the green, maybe slightly into the green. That's very, very, very critical. Any more pressure will make it run lean. Too little will make it run rich. The main thing on this for removing the bottles, whenever you're going to need to get them filled, both these knobs just simply turn, and this whole entire piece of the bracket will come off, both top and bottom. It's really that simple. As far as electrical connections, these wires here are what control these transducers, which will turn the heater on and off if it gets too hot or too cold, and the heaters need to turn back on. We labeled it tan and white. That way you can always make sure you have the right wire going to the right heater. Also, whenever you're going to remove these simply just slide off, and when you're done, you just slide them back on. It doesn't matter if the tan's on top or the black wire is on top, as long as the tan is to the tan and the white is to the white. That is the only thing that matters. So whenever you're going to remove them, you'll unplug both sets of wires, and then both bottles are going to have the nitrous line hooked up right here. This will take an 11/16 wrench. Obviously make sure you close the bottles before you disconnect this. Then you're going to want to purge the system out as well. So we're going to go ahead and close the bottle so I can show you the purge. To empty the lines, whenever you're done using the nitrous, you're always going to want to purge the lines out. You don't want to leave that pressure sitting against the solenoids. So we can get this other one closed here. Alright, so both bottles are closed. We're going to go back up to the front and we will purge the system out. I'm not sure how good you'll be able to see the purge. It's coming out of the front bumper the way you wanted it. You can kind of see it there. But we're going to keep purging it till all the pressure's gone. Now, when you're actually ready to use the nitrous, when the purge is really just to make sure we're getting white coming out of the purge. When you very first open the bottles, the air that's trapped in the line will be there. So the first couple times you purge it, you will just see clear air. As soon as you see white, you're done. You don't need to purge it any further unless you're just doing it for show. All right, the next video I'll move on to showing you the nitrous controller itself.